You know, in the Bible it says, do not be afraid 365 times.
It does? Like when?
King Nebuchadnezzar was so angry that Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego wouldn't worship his statue, so he was gonna throw him into a furnace. The angels flew in and got on the bottom of them so they could stand on the angel. And they walked out and there wasn't even a fire bit on them. And then the angel said, Do not be afraid. Oh, pardon me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Daniel loved God. His father was the king. The king's people didn't like that Daniel liked God so much, so they threw him in a lion's den. When he prayed, and the angel said, Do not be afraid. The lions looked at him for hours, and they almost said they thought he looked delicious. And the angels closed the lion's mouth.
Moses was watching his flock when all of a sudden he saw a burning bush, but the bush didn't burn up. All of a sudden, the bush called his name. Then he said, Who's there? Then the bush said, It is I. I've heard that my people are suffering in Egypt. I need you to go save them. Do not be afraid, for I'm with you.
So in the storm, they go out on a boat after being with the people or whatever, and then Jesus falls asleep, and waves start coming really, really high, and then they start trying to wake him up, and then Jesus says,
Mary and four women were going to the tomb that Jesus was in to put oils on his body. And when they got there, the tomb was empty and the rock that covered it was rolled away. Then an angel appeared and said, Do not be afraid. Jesus is alive. So,
Wow, God must really love us if he tells us not to be afraid.
Yeah, that's a really great message. That reminds me of the theme verse.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 5.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you forever.
Try that one.
That one's better.
Let's see it.
It was the eyes.
Remember, she pauses like in there when she gets the pause.
It's recording, by the way.
Sorry, we didn't do that right. No, wait, it's okay.
And then they started trying to wake him up. And then Jesus said,
I missed it. Sorry. I got